So yan, engineering bodies, no? Let's continue solving problems in engineering mathematics under tayo ng analytic geometry. Ellipse pa rin tayo. So problem number 3. Yan. Problem number 3. If the length of the major and minor axis of an ellipse is 10 cm and 8 cm respectively, what is the eccentricity of the ellipse? So, base dun sa diniscuss natin last time, dun sa elements of an ellipse, ang major axis is just the 2A, and then minor axis is ang 2B. So, sinabi naman, yung major axis daw is 10 cm, yung naman daw minor axis is 8 cm. Okay. So, kunin na rin natin yung A, divide lang natin sa 2, A is equal to 5, B is equal to 4. So, alam natin, base dito sa relationship ng elements, yan. So, dito nakaano dito, itong right triangle na to, A squared is just B squared plus C squared. So, huwag nyo lang basta-kabasaduhin itong A, B, and C kasi pwede naman trip ng iba, pwedeng ito B, ito yung A, tapos ito yung C. Mga ganon, kumbaga, huwag nyo kabasaduhin yung letter. Yung pagkakalagay ng variable, no? Ang kabisaduhin nyo, yung concept, itong buong elements ng ellipse. Okay? So, anyway, yan nga, yung relationship na yun. So, kunin lang natin, no? Sabi kasi A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. So, yung is 5 squared is equal to 4 squared plus C squared. Makakuha tayo ng value ng C, which is 3. Eh, bakit natin hinanap yan? Kasi alam natin ang eccentricity daw, it's just C over A. So, 3 over 5 or just 0.6. So, yun yung sagot natin, guys. Okay. And then, dito siya ay letter B. So, ganun lang kadali. Basta alam mo yung mga elements and yung mga formula kung ano yung formula ng eccentricity, etc. So, tara, problem number 4. Problem number 4. Find the ratio of the major axis and minor axis of the following ellipse. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? Medyo bibilisan ko na discussion, guys, kasi madali lang naman tong ellipse. Actually, di naman siya yung tipong pero basta alam mo lang yung elements ng ellipse, masasagot mo naman itong mga ganitong problem, sanay kang completing the square, etc. So, para makapag-proceed na tayo sa next topic natin. So, sabi, 9x squared, rewrite lang natin, plus 4y squared, minus 24y, minus 72x, minus 144 equals 0. So, pagdikitin natin yung mga like terms, so ito, ilabas lang natin, x squared, 72 divided by 9 is 8, minus 8x plus, yan, bakante, plus 4, y squared, minus 24 divided by 4 is 8, ay 6, wala, 6y plus, sabi, is equal to 144. So, dito, 8 divided by 2 is 4 squared. So, 16. So, ilagay na agad natin, plus 9 times 16. 6 divided by 2 is 3 squared. So, 9. So, dagdag natin, 4 times 9. And sana nasusundan to. So, pag lalabas dito, x minus 4 squared plus 4 y minus 3 squared is equal to 324. So, para mawala tong dalawang constant na nasa labas dito, divide natin na lang by 324 kasi kailangan sa equation ng ellipse, ang value ng right-hand equation is always 1. So, lalabas dito is x minus 4 squared all over 36. Guys, kakalkin nyo na lang to 324 divided by 9, kaya 36, plus y minus 3 squared. So 324 over 4 is 81 is equal to 1. So alam natin, ang value ng a squared is 81. So malamang a niyan is 9. Ang b squared is equal to 36. So ang b niyan is 6. Ang sabi dito, ratio ng major to minor. So ang ratio is just 2a over 2b. Tandaan natin na yung major axis is 2a. Okay? Ang minor axis is 2b, not just a over b. Baka malito kayo, baka makalimutan nyo. So 2 times 9 all over 2 times 6. So ito cancel. So 9 divided by 6 is 1.5. So yun ang sagot natin. $1.5. So, saan nasusundan guys ha? Madali lang naman to. Ilang beses na natin nagawa to mula pa ng circle, parabola, completing the square. Okay? So, tatandaan din natin ang right hand part ng equation ng ellipse is always 1. So, kaya dinivide natin to dito. Para mawala rin yung constant dito. Okay? So, problem naman. Okay, next problem tayo. The area of the ellipse is given by A is equal to 3.1416 AB. Find the area of the ellipse. Okay, given the equation. So, ano bang kailangan na? Ayan. So, kailangan daw natin A at B. So, madali lang ulit. Same procedure nung kanina. Completing the square. Di ko na isulat yung equation. Ilabas na agad natin. 25. X squared. Minus 100 divided by 25 is 4. Negative 4x plus. Yan. Plus. 16. Labas. Y squared, 32 divided by 16 is 2, plus 2y plus is equal to 284. So 4 divided by 2 squared over 2, so squared is 4. 2 divided by 2 is 1, squared is 1. So dagdag na natin, 25 times 4 plus 16 times 1. So magiging 25 x minus 2 squared plus 16 y plus 1 squared. Add lang natin to. Ang nasolve ko na kasi ito kanina, 400. So, kailangan mawala yung, kailangan maging 1 yung value, no? Right side of the equation. So, magiging x minus 2 squared. So, 400 divided by 25 is 16 plus y plus 1 squared all over. 400 divided by 16 is 25 is equal to 1. Alam natin, a squared is equal to 25. So, alam natin a is equal to 5. B squared is equal to 16. So, B is equal to 4. So, area is equal to 3.14 16 times 5 times 4. Calculate nyo na lang guys. Nasolve ko na ito kanina. 62.8 square units ang sagot. So, letter B. Anong problem number tayo? I think problem number 4 yata ito. 5 pala. Problem number 5. Okay. So, sana susundan. So, next problem. Sige ito. Medyo maiba naman. Pero madali lang din. Problem number 6. The semi-major axis of an ellipse is 4 and its semi-minor axis is 3. The distance from the center to the directrix is, so alam natin yung distance, the distance from center to directrix, let's designate as D, is just equal to A all over E. Okay? So dito, ang given naman, semi-major axis. So semi-major is just 4. Kasi yung major is 2A. Okay? Semi-minor, B is equal to 3. Alam natin na kailangan natin ng value ng C kasi para makakuha tayo ng value ng eccentricity. So, from the relation is A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared. Alam natin dyan na yung substitute 4 squared is equal to 3 squared plus C squared. Calculate nyo na lang guys, makakuha tayo ng value dito ng square root of 7. Eccentricity is just C over A. So, square root ng 7 all over value na is 4. Sa calcu, 0.6614. Then directrix, yung distance from center directrix, D is equal to A over E. So, A over E, nakuha nating eccentricity. Yung value ng A is 4 over 0.6614. Ang lalabas sa calcu nyo, 6.047. So, yan ang sagot natin. Okay? Tama ba yung na-solve natin? Okay? So, letter P. Tandaan nyo lang itong mga relation guys ha, dun sa elements ng ellipse, okay? So, ito. Medyo kakaiba sa ano. Okay, going. The major axis of an elliptical path in which the Earth moves around the Sun is approximately 186 million miles. And the eccentricity of the ellipse is 1 over 60. Determine the apogee of the Earth. Okay, first things first, ano ba yung apogee? Ayon sa astronomy, ayon sa science, ang apogee is yung farthest distance of Earth from the Sun. Actually, yung iba dyan, nilalagay nila formula dyan, A plus C. The semi-major axis plus yung C. Okay. Perigee. Yung malapit. Ano guys? Closest distance. Closest distance. Ito hindi lang between Earth and the Sun ha. Pwede ring Moon and the Earth. Basta yung meron kang celestial body tapos may satellite siya na mo-orbit sa kanya, yung mga moon niya, yun yung may apogee and perigee, okay? So, pwedeng yung may apogee din yung farthest distance from Earth to the moon. Farthest distance of moon pala from the Earth. So is perigee, closest distance of moon from the Earth, okay? So, closest distance. So So, sabi nila A minus C daw yan. Pero mamaya papakita natin sa drawing. So, paano ba yan? Draw lang tayo. Alam naman natin na yung orbit ng Earth or ng ibang planet sa Sun is in parang elliptical, no? Parang elliptical yung orbit during the revolution of planets to the Sun. So, ellipse yun. Yung shape ng revolution nila. So, anyway, yan na nga. Draw tayo ng ano. Okay. Delete ko siguro to. So, tandaan nyo lang yung apogee, farthest distance. Papakita naman natin yan sa drawing. Then, yung apogee is the closest. Ay, the perigee is the closest. Okay. Taas natin. Gitna na lang natin. Yan. So, let's draw an ellipse. Sabi natin ganyan. Taasan natin. Yan. Ano? So, let's draw the sun pala. Draw pa natin yung sun. Yan, kunwari yung sun. Let's draw tayo ng earth. Ay. Siyempre, mas maliit ang earth kumpara mo sa araw. Blue planet. So, blue. Fill the stroke, blue. I fill the shape. Ang sun ay ang blue planet. Ay, ang earth ang blue planet. So, copy. Lagay natin yung sa iba't ibang pwesto. Yung earth. Kunwari, nagre-revolve siya. Lagay natin dito. So, dito. Tapos dito. Yan. Sabi, labelan pala natin yung mga parts. So, ito, yung path of Earth. Yan. So, alam natin ito, IB. Ito rin IB. Tapos ito, yung distance nito from the, parang kumbaga kasi itong sun, yung lalabas na focus. Balikan natin ang drawing. Yan. So, nandito yung Earth, yung sun, tapos nandito kunwari yung Earth. So, alam pala natin ito, distance between the, is A yan. So, parang nandito yung sun mo. So, ito yung focus. Tapos ito yung Earth. Di ba naglagay tayo ng iba't ibang points dyan? Okay? So, alam natin itong distance nito between dito is A. Yan. Tapos ito, distance ito between ito tsaka ito ay C. So, tinatanong, una apogee. So, ito daw yun, yung A plus C. Yan. Yung distance na malayo na yun. Yung pinakamalayo na distance eh. Yan. So, yan yung apogee. Ito. Farthest distance. Apogee. Tapos ito naman, ito, yung ito yan. Yan naman, yung perigee. Closest distance. Ano ba yan? Diba ito A to? So, A minus ito. Okay? Yan. Okay? So, paano ba natin sinasolve yan? Ito lang sa gilid siguro. Sabi kasi, two major axes. So, dalawa, 2A. The major axis, yung 2A. So, kailangan lang naman natin yung semi-major axis lang. So, yung A is just 186 million all over 2. So, 93 million. 93 times 10 to the 6. Alam natin ang eccentricity. Ang tinatanong ko si apogee. So, A plus C ang kailangan natin. So, kailangan natin yung value ng C. Binigay sa atin ng eccentricity. Di ba alam natin eccentricity is A all over C. So, 1 over 60, 93 times 10 to the 6 all over C. Kalkuhin nyo na lang guys. Makakuha tayo dyan ng, sige, kalkuhin natin. Makita natin. $93 times 10. Sige, 93 million na lang. All over 60. So, 1.550. So, 1.550 times 10 to the 6. So, apogee is equal to A plus C. So, apogee is just, value ng A natin is 93 million times 1.550 million. Lalabas dyan, 94.550 times 10 to the 6 miles. So, 94,550,000 miles. So, letter A. So, common problem to, no? Yung, kasi yan ng parang application ng ellipse. Diba? Sana kaya alamin natin yung apogee, perigee. So, problem number 7. So, meron pa tayong couple of problems sa mahaba na kasi video natin. Meron pa tayong couple of problems sa ellipse. Then, 1, 2. So, dalawang problems pa sa ellipse. Then, proceed din tayo sa konti example ng hyperbola. Then, one problem for space analytic geometry. Tapos na yung analytic geometry course natin. So, ganun lang, di ba? So, for more engineering tutorials, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the bell button para updated tayo sa mga future pa nating tutorials. So, keep watching. Happy learning and fun engineering.